Hey everyone, so I promised on my Facebook fan page I would do a life update since I haven't posted a video in about a month and a half. Basically we've just been going through, as I've mentioned before in my other videos, kind of a difficult stage with the girls. I think the main problem is just that they are at two very different stages. Mila is still a baby, but she's starting to really explore and get into everything. And Eva is trying to sort of break away and, regain, feel very independent and be more independent and trying to kind of do her own thing and, test limits and all that, things that most 2.5-year-olds are doing at this point. Eva throws quite a few tantrums when she doesn't get her way, of course, and, sometimes she's great with sharing with Mila, and sometimes she just wants to be left alone, and she doesn't want her little sister, playing with all her toys and touching her toys while she's playing with them. So, I'm sure everyone's been through this, but it's just, a difficult time. Mila is also extremely clingy, so that can be difficult, especially clingy with me, probably because I am still breastfeeding, and Mila's kind of everything. I'm her food, I'm her comfort, I'm, the one who sleeps with her at night, I feed her and everything, so she definitely is clingy. But we'll see what happens with that. Eva has started preschool. She is in a preschool called Strong Start, and basically it's just a preschool that parents must attend. You can't leave your children there. But it's great because I could take Mila, and then Mila can see some other children as well. And it gives Eva an opportunity to play with lots more kids and be in more of a structured environment. Because at home we have a routine, but I kind of let them do whatever they want. We do lots of crafts, we do lots of games, I let her play independently, I let her have a little bit of TV time every day. She likes to listen to music, we like to read books, bath time, going out. So we do a lot of different things. So it's definitely good for her to be in some sort of a structured environment, I think. As far as how, I'm sorry about all the I haven't done a video in a little while. As far as Eva's speech is going, I have mentioned before that Eva's speech is definitely behind, and it is. Her speech is improving though. We did see a pediatrician and we've got some suggestions and some help with improving her speech, and she will be seeing a speech aligned with pathologist just to help encourage her to speak more. I also suspect that maybe Eva has a slight hearing problem, so we are going to also have that tested. I will probably start doing a series of videos talking about Eva and her, talking of the difficulties we're having with it and what we are doing to improve it, and just an update on how she's doing and how it's going. Other than that, I won't talk too much more about Eva, but her development otherwise is totally normal and exactly where it should be, if not above and beyond what it should be. So she is doing really good, and she's just such a sweet and cuddly, and she's turning into being more and more of a girly girl, which I kind of suspected she was a bit of a tomboy. She was always into cars and kind of more boy stuff, and now she's starting to bring out the tutus and running around in the tutus and watching, more into the girly shows on TV, and she's into Barbie, and she likes to put on makeup and have her nails painted, so that's definitely fun for me considering that I am quite a girly girl. As far as Mila is doing fantastic. Mila is 10 months old. Just over 10 months old actually. She's almost 10.5 months, so only about a month and a half until she turns 1, and I can hardly believe it. She is very smart. As I mentioned before, she's very clingy, and as also mentioned, she gets into everything. She finally doubled her birth weight. Her weight gain is pretty slow going, but her size is, she's definitely small. Our doctor's not worrying about it because she said she's shown a steady weight gain. She's never really lost any weight. She has been sick a lot though, and she hasn't eaten a lot, so our doctor did say that could have something to do with it. We have all been sick. For almost 2 months we've had colds. I still have a cold now. The girls have had coughs and just felt horrible. So I'm sure that has something to do with it as well. Yeah, so she did double her birth weight. She weighs 16 pounds 7 ounces, so she's still on the small side for being almost a year old. She is still breastfed. We are doing baby-led weaning still, and we are still co-sleeping. When I say co-sleeping, we're bed sharing. As far as what's going on with me, I've been doing a little bit of studying on photography. I did kind of like a little online tutorial course, and I started taking pictures to build a portfolio. So that's kind of something that I would eventually like to do, maybe career-wise. So I'm kind of experimenting with that now. I'm doing mostly right now newborn photography and photography just of young children, themed photography. I might eventually show some pictures if I get permission of the parents, of course, but of the children I took the pictures of. As far as postpartum and everything goes, I feel pretty good. I've had a couple of kidney infections, so that hasn't been very fun. Otherwise, I reached my goal weight, and I will talk about that in another video. I'm less than my goal weight. My goal weight was to be about 135 pounds, which may seem a lot to some people, but 135 pounds, considering I'm almost 5'10", is, I would say, it's pretty good. And I'm at about 133 pounds. So I'm really happy with that. My clothes are fitting well. I've got lots of new clothes to fit my new body. I still need to definitely tone and tighten everything up, but that will come. Especially with time, and as they become a little bit more independent, it'll give me a bit of time to do some exercising around the house. Steve and I have been doing some auditioning for some acting stuff in commercial roles. And other than that, I did start doing some yoga, and I signed up for Bikram yoga, so I've been doing the hot yoga, and I've been really enjoying that. For Steve is still, I'm just watching Eva playing something in the kitchen there. It's making me a little nervous. Steve is still working on the rigs, working a lot. I don't usually like to talk too much about his work schedule, but yes, he is working a lot. We don't see him very often. He's basically, when he's at work, he's focusing on, eating as healthy as he can and exercising and trying to get into good shape. Like I mentioned, he's auditioning as well, and yeah, I think he's preparing to shoot his own independent movie in the summer. And if that sort of goes as planned, then maybe I'll film a little bit about that. And then this month, Steve and I celebrated our 2nd wedding anniversary, so that was fun. We got to go out for the night. We went shopping during the day, and he took me out for a really nice dinner. So that was great. And other than that, on Monday is Steve's birthday, so definitely go on my page and wish him a happy birthday, because he does read everything on there. And yeah, I think that's it as far as how everything's going. I'll do more of like a bigger update of the girls and give you more information about the girls, of course. But this is just kind of in general what's going on. We are still living in our new house, and I will do some sort of a tour, not a total house tour, but some rooms. And yeah, I'm gonna have to tend to my little ones. So if you have any questions, of course, put them below. Definitely give any questions for me for my question and answer video, which will be coming up. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you also to all my new subscribers. I appreciate all of the love and support I get. So thank you. Bye, guys.